We just don't want to talk for too long.
No.
Because you're done.
Yeah. Hi.
Could wait for me to sit down.
Yeah, no, not my piece. Okay, let's start.
Hello.
Here we are again.
We are looking messy from a day of wind-blownness and humidity, and she thinks her bag's awesome.
It is awesome!
These were given to us as soon as we got to the AGM. So we were walking downtown, which you saw a tiny bit of, and I thought we were like almost there, but in reality it wasn't quite.
Hello.
Hi! And the view was really boring, so sorry about that. Anyways, we got there and the hotel was big and we saw a sign and we were confused by the elevators because it's like you press where you want to go and then it tells you which elevator to go to. You get inside the elevator, there are no buttons to press. It was really weird.
Then we went and registered, checked in, got these awesome tote bags.
So this is the tote bag we got. It has a cute little tag with the icon. Here is a Jane Austen fan. It says that I'm a Jane Austen fan. Advertising next year's AGM. Here is the schedule for everything. Definitely keep. I like schedules. Here was an envelope containing tickets for the ticketed events. Map of Washington. Keep, even though we haven't used
those yet because we keep using our phones because we're millennials.
So this is actually Friday, but we're talking about Thursday right now. Advertisement, but cute advertisement, and it will remind me of things.
Regency costumes for hire. Advertisement for new edition Emma. Because this AGM is all about Emma in case
Jane Austen playing cards advertisement, but on this side, I'm totally going to frame it and put it on my wall.
I didn't get one of those, which is very
vexing.
It's very vexing. Oh, I know, my love. It's very vexing.
Jane Austen's House Museum thing, which I will keep and put in like a folder of places to visit when we go to England. Whenever that will be.
When we are rich and famous. So please share this vlog with your friends so we can become rich and famous.
Oh, yeah. This was cool. They're little magnets with Jane Austen character names and a Jane Austen silhouette.
And cool words and stuff so you can build like a sentence, like either on your fridge,
tolerable,
on your car, I guess.
Ball, the barouche, am to assembly, romance.
I would totally keep stuff like that like on my fridge.
Oh, yeah.
And teach my children to read with them.
I love you.
Oh, this was cool. I picked this up. It's called Impersonate Characters from Emma. And they're looking for volunteers for a research project on applying MBTI types to fictional characters. So we both signed up for it. Like
Emma,
email.
I don't think anybody's an ISFJ, unfortunately.
No.
Meesh.
We need more ISFJ representation in classical literature.
Thing I left over somewhere else is this cute little notebook that looks like a Pride and Prejudice book, so definitely keep.
They had a couple of rooms marked off and they called it Ford's Emporium, which is really cool because Ford's is
They're like, pop into Ford's. We were looking through our stuff in the bag, and I was like, Ford's. Wait, they mean like Ford's like in the book. Oh, right.
Like
everybody here actually makes references to Jane Austen.
It was so cool. And just there were so many beautiful things in there, and we wanted to buy just about everything. I actually did buy a box. I really splurged and got a box of Bingley's teas. And they had tea samples. And just talking with Julia, who's the owner of Bingley's Teas, like she was so sweet.
Who was in a cute 50s inspired dress.
Yes, she was. We really liked her a lot. And so, so shameless plug for Bingley's Teas. Like, they're really, really cool. And she was talking all about, like, you know, how she chooses the teas to match them with each fictional character. And it was really neat. She had, like, a little cutout of Colin Firth standing up, like, against her. And it wasn't Colin Firth as Mr. Darcy, it was just Colin. She had, like, stabbed, like, a little I Love Jane Austen pin through his lapel. It was really cute. It was like a cardboard cutout maybe about this tall.
Yeah.
So we're looking at it and going, and then this woman comes along.
Was like, who's that? So at first we just kind of went at her because we thought she was being sarcastic, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I'll be Julia. That's Colin Firth.
Oh.
That's Mr. Darcy?
Oh, it doesn't look like him. I guess he's much older.
Yes. It's like, yeah, that movie was made 21 years ago, or that series was made 21 years ago.
No, he doesn't look that much older compared to how some people age. We really thought she was being sarcastic.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, we're obviously not wet shirt people, but like seriously, you should know who Colin Firth is if you're at an AGM.
So then we went down and heard some speaker sessions. We heard an interesting talk on from an archaeologist who actually did an archaeological dig at Chawton Cottage, not Chawton Cottage, I'm sorry, Steventon Rectory, right, which is where Jane Austen was born. They found some artifacts and stuff.
They were trying to find exactly where the house was and things like that.
Yeah.
So they found like brick foundations.
Mm-hmm. Then we listened to what might have been my favorite talk, which was the woman who is, I think, the director of the Museum of the Daughters of the American Revolution. Or no, she's not the museum director, she's in charge of like the costume exhibit there. But she was talking all about the new costume exhibit called An Agreeable Tyrant Fashion in the Post-Revolution Era. And that was really cool. She had a lot of pictures, and yes, it was like the Regency period in America. The last talk that we went to, and this one was really fun, was by Jack Holman, who was one of the authors of Cozy Classics. If you've seen those board books that are based on classical literature, it condenses the story down into 12 words for babies and toddlers. His talk was fascinating. It was all about how they make the needle felt dolls and pose them for the pictures. How they don't use any kind of Photoshop or photo manipulation. It's like all real pictures. And just about the process of needle felting and how they squeezed the story down into 12 words and tried to be as representative of what was really happening as possible to make it interesting for the parents reading the books. So it was a really cute concept, and his talk was really, really interesting. Then we went back to the car that was parked in a parking garage and ate some food that we had packed and brought with us.
Parking garage is a lovely place.
I know, we were in there, and I was like, we could get murdered in this place. And we thought that the parking garage was open until like 10, but it wasn't. It closed at 7, so we had to leave and go park somewhere else, and that was a little annoying. And we were really in a rush, so we had to race back to the hotel because we were going to this play. Emma is presented in Washington City, and we wanted to change out of our clothes. We were actually, one second. We were wearing Jane Austen t-shirts, so which you might be able to see in some of the video we talked about. Here's mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went back to the hotel to get changed. Had to do that very quickly. We had been in like jeans and t-shirts, and then we put on dresses for the play.
I stuck a flower in my hair.
Yes, it looks very cute. So the play was really interesting. It was called Emma is Presented in Washington City, and it was Louisa Adams, John Quincy Adams' wife, Rosalie Calvert, Dolly Madison, and Elizabeth Bonaparte all discussing Emma, and kind of tying it into like the events in Washington in 1816. It was a little bit more of a historical presentation than like a dramatic play, but it was an interesting blend of the two. And then they had like a question and answer session afterwards, in which the actors, who were also historical interpreters for those people in this area, answered a lot of questions about the real life women, and that was really neat.
And the lady who wrote the play also played one of the main characters, the one with the British accent, and she has like a Masters of Fine Arts in acting from some Shakespeare classical acting.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then we came home. The drive home was a bit stressful, but we're at my grandmother's house. But we got here safely, and that was Thursday.
It was indeed. So, goodbye for now, and
bye.
Tune in next time for more J-Night adventures.
We're so weird.